This type of risk is an educational risk. My specific purpose is I want to persuade all Americans seeking education to understand the serious need in stopping bullying in schools. Most Americans have encountered bullying of some type, if it was emotional, verbal, or physical. I myself was a victim of bullying in middle school. The bullying was brought on because the way I read. I was told that I sound too proper while reading. So I was teased and taunted. This type of emotional abuse affected my education, which caused me to avoid attending school. So I would try to stay home as much as possible. In this case, I knew that the trend of bullying happens almost for any reason and doesn't limit to anyone of a particular age, ethnicity, religion, or gender. It can also have a lifetime effect on you throughout your future. What I want to do is I want to make sure that students have a safe place in receiving an education, free from bullying. In order for this to happen, we need to inform and educate all Americans about bullying in schools. The National Education Association recently reported that bullying behavior has been identified as one of the major concerns in schools throughout the United States. Bullying has a negative impact on students' concentration and their overall ability to learn and strive in school. Questions that we ask: why do students bully? Students who bully have strong needs for power and dominance. Students bully to find satisfaction in causing injury and suffering to other students. What is bullying? Bullying is when a person is exposed to repeated negative actions over time on the part of one or more persons. Unfortunately, most instances of bullying activity go unreported by the student victims, which makes it very difficult for teachers and parents to intervene on the victim and provide the proper counseling needed for victims and also the bully. There are risks to this type of bullying. A number of risks have shown that bullying leads to effect on human lives. Students suffer from depression, low self-esteem, health problems, and also students tend to have difficulty learning, which this results in low grades. Many of schools with bullying develop an environment of fear and disrespect. The greatest risk is the victim have thoughts of suicide. This has been a very common problem in recent media involving student victims of bullying, resulted from cyberspace bullying. The effects of this trend of bullying has been taken over the country for many years and is now having more an effect on all Americans. Bullying is on the increase instead of the decrease. What is being done to stop the bullying has not been effective. Statistics show that in 2010, over 100,000 children carried guns to school as a result of being bullied. On a daily average, 160,000 students miss school because of they fear that they will be bullied if they attend class. The greatest effect behind bullying is that a child commits suicide as a direct result of being bullied once every half hour, with 20,000 bullied students attempting to commit suicide. Clearly, with these statistics, we need to change the way people look at this problem and to understand that bullying is on the rise and is a very serious situation which needs to be addressed. My solution to Americans is that we need to stand with parents, teachers, faculty administrators, law enforcement officials, and educational psychologists by enforcing a new way at looking at bullying in schools. We need to encourage a way to assist students on how to protect themselves, and most of all, to cancel those who do the bullying. We can mandate that public and private schools should have a curriculum of preventing bullying in schools. They can offer the victim a right to stay anonymous by having a bully box where they are able to report incidents without the fear of retaliation. Law enforcement officials should also impose stricter punishments to offenders who bully. We as citizens need to support the organizations that provide educational and informative programs on how to stop bullying in our education system. In my conclusion, bullying in our schools poses great threat to students receiving an education. Until we do something to wake up society and create significant outrage about this activity, it will continue to happen. I urge each one of us to embrace it like if you were that victim who needs help and support. Also, remember that no child or adult can learn if they are not safe. Thank you for your attendance and your support in this serious matter. Thank you. To the company's success. Ask them what situations they have been in and how they dealt with them. Ask them for a background, the actions of what they've done, and the results. We want to see candidates that show good results.